Talking 5 films today. Oh, whoops. I'm going to talk about the first 2 weeks of June of this year, guys. Predator, Con Air, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, Held Up, a comedy, and Righting Wrongs, a Hong Kong martial arts action classic. So we've got a few films to talk about. You ready for this? Let's talk about Predator. Alright, this is probably my third watch? Maybe fourth, it's hard to say. Definitely been it feels fresh every time I watch it, man. Watch it every couple or so years, it feels like. I mean, since like 10 years ago or so. Starring Predator 1987, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Kevin Peter Hall as the Predator, cameo as the helicopter pilot as well, among others. Directed by John McTiernan, 1987, and at 107 minutes long, man, it flies by pretty quick. But guys, this movie has always scared me. It feels like you would think it's just an action movie, but no, this is a big time horror movie, guys. That Predator scares me to this day. And I want to say, what else can you say, man? Arnold and Carl Weathers, the epic handshake, unforgettable. I like how there's some hidden, it feels like it's subliminal almost. There's like homoerotic, homosexual undertones. When they first land, guys, and Arnold, they're scoping out the jungle to start, and Arnold has like his knee. A guy enters the frame. I think it's Shane Black. It's Rick Hawkins, and his face like meets Arnold's. His kind of leg is on a right angle, and he's stepping on like a branch, tree trunk, and it's like Rick's face like enters the frame into his crotch, you know, and like you've got Sonny Landham or Billy. He cuts like a whatchamacallit, like a tree branch or aloe vera. And he's just like, he's just like, the way he's drinking that juice, and those two scenes happen back to back. It's just so, something's up there. I don't know. It's funny, man. I'm not hating on it. It's good. It's just funny how they mix that in there. But, you know, you got solid action, guys. The horror vibes are off the charts for me. The way there's just no escape from that Predator dude, and he's just on your behind all the time. And just how, you know, the military is kind of inept. Like, these are the top of the line assassins, right? The Special Forces crew, or whoever they are part of. And, you know, I think McTiernan tried to throw in some, how we're kind of in El Salvador doing dirty war stuff. Kind of a little imperialism talk hidden in there as well. So, you know, you got a good cast, man. And the kills are insane. The way each person dies is pretty messed up. And a lot of them are unforgettable, honestly. You got the final showdown between Schwarzenegger and the Predator. That feels like an all-timer for me. So I give Predator 5 stars out of 5. Masterpiece, pretty much. So that was Predator, guys. First movie I watched in the first week of June. Second week of June. No, second movie I watched in June of this year was Con Air. Guys, this is a movie that was always on TV growing up. You know, I think every family member bought the DVD at some point, and you know, I was like, let me boot this up, man. I'm kind of hungover. I want something easy, but man, this is just not. I gave it 2 out of 5. Con Air, 1997, directed by Simon West. He directed the first Tomb Raider movie, I believe, and this stars Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, John Malkovich, Ving Rhames, Dave Chappelle's in there. Cole Meany, guys, I think he is my favorite part of this movie. If there's one, if you have to make like a top 10 most punchable faces in movies, punchable characters, it's him. Complete dickwad, complete asshole, man. Cole Meany kills it for me in this movie. He's my favorite part of this film. But guys, the action choreography for me stinks. The movie opens with Nicolas Cage punching a guy in a bar fight, and the editing's so bad. He goes like this, and it immediately cuts to the guy like, "Urgh." Just terrible. The brawl in the airplane with Nick Chinland, who plays Billy Bedham. I actually met this guy when I worked retail, guys. He let me take a picture with him. Even that brawl under the plane it's okay, but the action set piece is not memorable at all, guys. And the dialogue is written at like a freaking like third grade level when Nick Cage is writing letters in jail, and just see the way he talks is so stupid. But I mean, it gave me a headache trying to listen to these guys talk, man. And one thing that irks me, man, I'm not trying to sound woke or anything, but Ving Rhames, Nathan Diamond Dog, he's like they kind of make him like a Black Panther type, a guerrilla fighter-ish. And like that's kind of the good guys, right, guys? Somebody fighting back against the system, police brutality and whatnot. That's kind of like the good guy. But no, on this plane there's a character. It's the guard. You barely see him, but he's there. He's like kind of nerdy looking, real innocent, and he's the guy handing out medicine to the guys. But he's like the first guy to get it, and it's in the most brutal way possible, and it's by the black actor. He has the handcuffs, and they're like open, and he's like getting his throat cut. Dude, it's so fucked up. But I don't know, that just irks me the wrong way, dude. You make like maybe like the one goodish prisoner in this who's black, and they make him look like the most brutal, and he's attacking the most innocent guard on the plane. I don't know, that just irked me the wrong way, guys. Some good villains. I guess Danny Trejo, he's pretty nasty, kind of memorable. And Malkovich is alright. It's funny to see Dave Chappelle do his thing, but I don't know, man. It doesn't hold up, guys. This was a rewatch that maybe my fifth or sixth watch. Because it was always on TV, you know? You watch a few scenes all the time growing up. At least for me. I'm a 90s kid. So, it doesn't hold up, guys. I urge y'all. I know it's like an action classic to some of y'all, but I say rewatch it and let me know what you think. I guess I do like Nicolas Cage saying, "I'm gonna say the fucking day." Shit was pretty funny, but 2 out of 5 for Con Air. Third film I watched in June. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, directed in 2007 by Sidney Lumet. I think this is his last film. He is what's the word I'm looking for? A workaholic? Prolific? He's directed a ton of movies, and they're usually almost good. It's kind of like a drama heist film, guys, and stars Philip Seymour Hoffman, Ethan Hawke, Albert Finney, Marissa Tomei, who's nude in a ton of scenes, guys. Michael Shannon, he has a pretty memorable performance, but man, this is really bleak, guys. Not much to smile about in this one. I can't even say there's dark comedy moments, but really bleak. But it's pretty thrilling. You know, I'd said it's a heist movie, and it's a good character study. You really care about the characters in this. Hoffman, Hawke, great roles, and same with Finney and Marissa Tomei, man. I love Marissa Tomei. Watch My Cousin Benny, one of my all-time favorites. It talks about drug use, guys, kind of capitalism, people being put in tough spots. So what do they have to do? They have to fight to survive. They gotta freaking rob a freaking jewelry store. I'm not gonna spoil too much, guys, but there's some twists, guys. I think it's kind of told in the movie opens like in the middle of the film, I think, and it flashes back as the movie goes on. So it's told really well. So good plot, good story, guys. Oh, Rosemary Harris is also in this from Spider-Man, and I'm sure she's a veteran actress. She's in a ton of stuff. That's kind of all I know. But man, 4 stars out of 5. Really good movie, guys. Just be prepared. Bring some tissues. You might cry on this one. So that one is done for. Let's load up the next film. Held Up, guys. This is a 1999 comedy directed by Steve Rash, starring Jamie Foxx, Nia Long, Jake Busey, Rosalind Sanchez. She's hot. A very young Sarah Paulson, guys. This is one of our first movies. And guys, this was always on the movie channels. I had one of those basic movie channels like DirecTV growing up, and this one was on a lot. I don't even remember it getting released in theaters, man. I caught it on the TV, like Stars movie channel. I don't know, in middle school, dude, like my friends and I, we laughed. And it'd been like 15 years since I've seen it, so I gave it a shot. 2.5 stars out of 5, and it's probably gonna be lower, especially if you don't like Jamie Foxx in the cast. But hey, man, Jamie Foxx, he holds it down fairly well in a leading comedy role. And I really like there's a robbery that happens at a convenience store, small town. And the Latinos are pretty funny characters, man. I really like the lead Latino robber. I still laugh when he's going to rob the register. I'm not going to spoil too much because he wants to do more. But the old white guy opens the drawer and he's like, 60 bucks, 60 freaking bucks. I cannot believe this shit. And that just cracks me up. But there's some other moments. There's some low-key police brutality thrown in there. That's, I'm glad they did that for a movie so silly. But it's not the most thrilling. It just depends if you laugh or not, guys. So it might be worth checking out if you like Jamie Foxx, Nia Long, Sarah Paulson. But just beware. I can't fully recommend it. When I give something 3 stars or above, that is a recommendation. But hey, man, throw it on if you're bored. You're not expecting too much. Maybe if you're stoned, you want something to laugh at. Check out Held Up. Alright, final film I want to talk about, you guys. Righting Wrongs from 1986. This is a Hong Kong action martial arts film directed by Corey Wynn. I believe rest in peace. He passed away recently. He's one of the most prolific, one of the greatest action directors of all time, in my opinion, guys. One of my favorite directors. This guy knows how to direct action. He knows how to choreograph action, edit it. And this stars Cynthia Rothrock, Wen Biao, Karen Shepard. Corey Wynn is also starring in this, believe it or not. So you've got, as far as martial arts stars, guys, you're making a top 15 list. Cynthia Rothrock and Wen Biao are going to be up there, okay? Cynthia Rothrock is going to be top 5 as far as ladies. She's up there, man. And you've got Rothrock and Biao at the top of their game and fighting against each other. They're kind of like, they're not nemesis, or they're not against each other, but they start that way and then they kind of team up the second half, I believe. But it's like, guys, you got 2 of the best martial artists going against each other. The martial arts are punishing, man. When they strike and hit each other, it feels real. They use some stunt doubles a little bit when they're doing like the somersaults and landing on obstacles and stuff. But it doesn't bother me, man. It looks freaking sick. And Karen Shepard is a female martial artist. She gets in there, has a great duel with Rothrock, guys. And I'll tell you this, the movie opens, the first 20 seconds. I just love Hong Kong cinema. The movie opens with like a villain. He's like an assassin, but he looks like a homeless guy. And he's playing the accordion, and when he presses on it, the movie soundtrack kicks in. It's real. It feels so B-movie, but there's just like this assassin, and he just doesn't look threatening at all. And then there's a guy flashing a mirror, a glare to get his attention, and then there's like I'm just saying, it's so creative in the first 20 or so seconds. And the first opening action scene is incredible. There's like a car chase, an explosion, gunfights. It just starts off with a bang. It doesn't let up. And this was on my Letterboxd top 4. But I lowered it a half star on this watch just because I feel like with a lot of Hong Kong films, the comedy and the bits in between the action don't slap. So I know some people don't like that. I mean, I gotta catch myself sometimes. Sometimes I'm lazy and I might look at my phone, or I'm spoiled. I just want more of that action. That's like 10 out of 10 choreography. But still, Hong Kong comedy is hit or miss sometimes, and that's why I gave it 4.5. But righting wrongs, guys. 4.5 stars out of 5. Please go watch it. If you guys want a copy, man, you got Dropbox or something, I'll freaking send you it. But yeah, man, there you go. So I watched 5 films. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 films the first and second week of June this year. And I'm going to upload this to YouTube probably soon, so you can watch it if you missed it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys watch some movies that I recommend today. And let's see what we got next. So I'm going to do another stream another time, but we'll do the third and fourth weeks of June. I watched Die Hard 3, Crimson Tide, Diablo. That's one of the best action films of the year, by the way. Go watch it. Dante's Peak, Black Creek, and Breaking News. So there you go.